I first heard about NSBE at the University of Cape Coast during my second year, first semester, where a NSBE junior from Accra High School introduced NSBE to me on campus and told me about the wonderful things he has enjoyed with NSBE.
After high school, I never actually thought of doing engineering. I wanted to go into the medical field. And then I came to applying for my school and I just decided, why not engineering? It sounds interesting, I mean. Then the decision of which field to actually go into became another problem. And I found myself studying agricultural engineering.
Initially, I wanted to go into agriculture. Then the rector of my polytechnic recommended electrical engineering to me, so I decided to do it and I loved it.
Well, I liked fixing things. I like using my hands to do stuff. So one time my dad spoke to me that, well, if you like doing stuff with your hands, why don't you try engineering? I said, well, fine, cool. So actually, I had some friends who also wanted to do engineering, so it sort of also pushed me to choose engineering.
Being a college female student in Ghana was not so easy because we were really dominated by guys, and I believe it's everywhere.
So I started and it was a great challenge. We were just about 5 girls in class amongst about 48 males. So it was, you had to pull up your weight if you want to be noticed, if you want to be good in that field. You had to prove that you can do as best as the guys in class could do.
You make your grades and people do not believe you did it on your own. Everyone thinks you were helped. And that made it a little bit difficult because you try your best to make your grades and you don't get the credit. That was a challenge. Apart from that, people usually encouraged you to pursue engineering. That they did.
Every step I took in my university life has brought me this far. At a point in time when I was after my first year, my grades came and they weren't so good. And I asked myself, are you really cut out to do engineering? You are a woman and you want to compete with men. And see, your grades, they are no good. Are you sure?
People shouldn't think because you're female, you can make your grades on your own. Because we do make our grades on our own by studying. And that is the perception the males have that should be changed. And also, we should be taken more seriously. Because you're a female in engineering and everyone thinks, come on, you should be doing something else. And that is a bit disappointing. It doesn't give you the kind of encouragement you need. So females should be encouraged to pursue engineering because that is lacking a bit.
We are a few professionals in the country, and when I want to really make a mark, in the sense that you need people to understand how important your line of expertise is, okay, and also get others interested and see how important it is.
When I was asked, when you grow up, what do you want to be? I said, oh, I would like to be an engineer, and still I'm pursuing that agenda in life.
I met Ms. Booth when I was in final year, and at that point I was actually the Women in Engineering president. So the provost, Professor Ampedu, invited myself and the NSBE president to come for a meeting and come and meet Ms. Booth. We met her. She told us about EPICS. She told us about what's going on in Purdue, and we had a meeting. We organized some female engineering students and also NSBE members, and we met here. We had a video conference with students in Purdue.
I remember in my second year in school, I met Virginia Booth, and at that time I was still very shy of cameras and all that, and she gave us the opportunity to speak with students from Purdue University through a video chat, and I kind of told myself that I can't do this, but Virginia Booth said at that meeting that we should not be afraid of our fears, because our fears would only stay with us if we don't do anything about them.
Initially, I didn't really understood what I was actually into, but after I completed and I went on to the job field where I am introduced to more practical works, I now have a knowledge and understands what it means to be an engineer. Because day in and day out, I'm faced with problems and I keep solving them, and it makes me feel better of myself. I haven't been through an engineering school, and I am able to make the right choices in life now, and I am able to do the best things I want to do for myself.
The initial project was to find communities that lack water. I mean, they don't have potable water, good drinking water. So we should identify such communities and if we can help improve their water system.
What I want to become, be a problem solver all over the world. I see, especially in Africa, where you are the one people are really relying on. You don't disappoint them. When you say something, you are up to it, and you are solving the kind of problem that they are challenged with in life, especially in our communities where we have a lot of environmental sanitation problems, where we have a lot of environmental issues going on in our communities, and I really want to stand up for that.
There must be a collaboration with Africans who are outside the continent of Africa and those who are within to really transform the African continent, because that is our vision, to lead the transformation of the African continent through the study and application of STEM careers.